U.S. President Donald Trump plans to introduce a new $100,000 application fee for H-1B worker visas, according to the White House official. The new fee would restrict entry under the work visa unless the hefty payment is made, significantly affecting the H-1B program. The H-1B program has become critical for technology and staffing companies that rely on foreign workers for technical roles, which is kind of misleading because it was actually exploited by a lot of companies to bring in essentially slave labor. They would bring in these migrants or illegal aliens, whoever, from other countries and these individuals may just want to seek a better life. I completely get it from their perspective, and it's nothing personal, but the tech companies exploited them to get low-wage employees that may or may not have any normal skills or proficiencies. They may not be, top of the line intellect, things like that for the tech industry, but they're able to pay them less, a significant less, somewhere around $30,000 a year. So it was exploited. I think this long time for this program to be reformed, and these tech companies and other private companies are going to have to get on board with this because it's absolutely perverted what they've done to the good faith in application of the H-1B visa. Trump also plans to order changes to the prevailing wage levels for the H-1B program as a way to limit their use, which I think is awesome too. So now these companies who have been essentially exploiting this visa program have been paying, maybe $30,000 to bring over some worker that will do a better job or do as good a job as a standard American, and they don't have to pay them the normal wages, which is essentially slave labor, and it's not the way that it was intended. This user on X, I'm not sure of the validity of this information, but based on what I know about these companies, this could be right on point, or at least a good estimation. Looks like the top ranked companies that are using or exploiting the H-1B visa program are Amazon.com, Cognizant Technology Solutions, Ernst & Young, Tata Consultancy Services, Google, Microsoft, Infosys, Meta Platforms, Intel, HCL America, and then, of course, Amazon Web Services at number 11. And these are the salaries. I don't know if these are the salaries of the individual. That's what it appears to be. This essentially ends the H-1B visa program for anyone who is not at the top of the field. There's no way these companies are going to pay $100,000 plus whatever they're going to pay the worker in order to get that individual over here, unless they are top of the line intellect individuals, leaders in the field, and will bring that company substantial profit. It looks like people are upset that some of these workers could easily be replaced by Americans. I got to admit, if we have people going to college for 4 or 8 years and they're supposed to be, doctorates, PhD degrees in these fields, and they can't seem to be qualified for these positions, that's ridiculous. That's either a huge failing of the universities or the entire system needs to be reformed. Catherine Mossick of One America News is reporting. She says, President Donald Trump has signed a proclamation that will require a $100,000 annual visa fee for skilled foreign workers. The proclamation signed on Friday explains that the H-1B program was intended to temporarily supplement highly skilled workers who are unavailable in the United States with foreign labor, particularly in the tech industry, but has been exploited to replace American workers with low-paid, low-skilled labor. The new restriction is due to concerns over the U.S. economy and national security. The high numbers of relatively low-wage workers in the H-1B program undercut the integrity of the program and are detrimental to American workers' wages and labor opportunities, especially at the entry level, said the proclamation document. The H-1B program offers $65,000 visas each year to employers, bringing temporary foreign workers into specialized fields. Nearly all visas are to be paid by employers, and they are approved for a period of 3 to 6 years. The restriction will be effective on September 21st and will expire in 1 year, pending any extensions. Trump said, quote, "We need workers. We need great workers, and this is pretty much ensures that that's going to happen. The new proclamation should protect Americans in science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM fields." The number of foreign STEM workers in the United States has more than doubled between 2000 and 2019, increasing from 1.2 million to almost 2.5 million. So a little over double. Wow, that's crazy. While overall STEM employment has only increased 44.5% during that time. That's terrible. Wow. That's a huge undercut. That means they're getting these guys cheap. Among computer and math occupations, the foreign share of the workforce grew from 17.7% in 2000 to 26.1% in 2019. And the key facilitator for this influx of foreign STEM labor has been the abuse of the H-1B visa. Information technology firms are a large culprit of manipulating the H-1B system, harming Americans in the computer-related fields, according to the document. That's wild. The share of IT workers in the H-1B program grew from 32% in fiscal year 2003 to an average of over 65% in the last 5 fiscal years, it reads. Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick said the fee will encourage companies to hire Americans instead of training foreign workers. If you're going to train people, you're going to train Americans, Lutnick told reporters on a conference call. If you have a very sophisticated engineer and you want to bring them in, then you can pay $100,000 a year for your H-1B visa. Woo-wee! That's going to be wow. If you're going to train somebody, you're going to train one of the recent graduates from one of our great universities across the land. Stop bringing in people to take our jobs. That's our policy here, Lutnick said. All of the big companies are on board. We've spoken to them about the gold card and this.